Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Lex and this is Antilia. Today I wanted to work on my residence house. That's something I usually avoid until pretty late in island designing, but I had a good idea for my house on Antilia and I really wanted to try some different terraforming for once, so this is trial and error for sure. Also, please appreciate my dress. It's by ACNH Fashion on Twitter. It is so cute, the iconic strawberry dress. This is literally my new favorite outfit. And huge thank you to New Horizons Black Market for my peach shoes and for the warp pipes that you'll see in this video. Also, just a heads up that my museum finally upgraded. I finally met Red, so I think it looks great over there. Over to the right is where I'm going to be placing my house. I'm going to clean up this area and then start terraforming my vision. I really hope that you enjoy and that you find this inspiring. I'm going to walk through the furniture that I've set out for today. This is kind of the aesthetic I was imagining. I definitely won't use all of this. This is my apology. But yeah, this is the aesthetic I'm going for, the things I think I might use, so I hope you're as excited as I am to see how this all turns out. My first order of business over here was to build the cliffs up behind where I want my house because I wanted to do a two-tiered waterfall on either side. Spoiler alert for the rest of the build. But yeah, I wanted to make sure there was room for trees and stuff, so that's what I'm doing now, is just setting up this border. If you are familiar with some of my past builds, you know that I like to outline where I'm going to place buildings by putting down some in-game path. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to visualize where my house is going to go, and I get the dimensions wrong at first, but don't worry, I figure it out. I also really want there to be an open space in front of my house. You'll see why as I continue building, but this is essential, so I'm having to tear down a ton of cliffs, but it's definitely worth it, I think, in the end. I'm leaving this little bubble of cliff to the right of my house just so that I can fit a tree on the piece of land where my house is placed, and so I can put a warp pipe behind the tree because it's going to involve jumping to get to my house, and just in case I'm not in the mood or I'm just impatient, I'm going to place the warp pipe so I don't have to jump. You're starting to kind of get an idea of what this area is going to look like. I'm going to have water on the ground beside my house on either side so that it's like a level below the cliff where my house is placed, and that way I can have little cliff areas to jump through, or hop. Why did I say jump? Anyway, but I think it's going to be cute. There will be waterfalls. You can envision it from this angle, but yeah, that's what I'm doing with these random squares of cliff. I make sure to keep my water looking very natural, so you can see I round every edge that it's possible to round. That way it feels natural against the cliff sides instead of very angular and man-made. I originally planned to have my house near the villager neighborhood that I've been working on. If you missed it, I've posted the first build from that. But when I started brainstorming where on the map it would fit, it just seemed awkwardly placed no matter where I put it around the villager houses. So in order to keep it fitting my theme, I've mentioned several times I want the perimeter of the island to be very overgrown, very natural and foresty, so that's why I really wanted this area to be a lot of water, a lot of trees, so that it would still have that very natural vibe, overgrown. Also, just like with the back of where the water starts, I'm going to work at the front here to make sure it looks natural too and not super straight. So it's going to take some tweaking from where I start, but it does eventually come together to look very natural. I decide to put some custom designs on the cliffs that are meant for hopping because it feels awkward having them just be plain. And I try out one of the leafy designs because I think it's cute, but the ones that fill full squares just look awkward on cliffs, so I kept the little stone circle instead. I think the slender waterfalls serve as such cute little like borders for my house, little framing devices. I think they just look so pretty emptying into the mini pond around the house. I think the vibe is immaculate when I mix all of the trees together. I kind of wanted to try out palm trees on my island, but I thought they looked too jungly, I guess, to be like my ancient city vibes. It just felt more tropicore, so I've relegated them only to the beach. And if you didn't know, you can place palm trees on land if you have the sand path. You just have to put a patch of sand down and you can plant palm trees there and they'll grow. Putting the frog model on the water here so that it looks like there's a little frog on a lily pad, that was the best decision I made for the whole build, period. Since this build is also filling in the area beside the museum, I decided to go ahead and clean up this little outcropping of cliff beside the incline, and I thought it would be cute to do a little pond that empties into the bigger pond, the little lake, I don't know, whatever you want to call the water around my house. I just wanted to say that watching this back as I was editing, I realized how many balloons I ignored during this build, and I'm so sorry to those of you whom that bothers. My brain is just programmed to not notice them at this point. I'm just so sorry. I used a plant here in order to hide the fact that that cliff makes a sharp corner. Like I said, I try to make curves everywhere that I can so that it's natural on the cliffs and in the water. So since I couldn't really avoid having a sharp corner here, I just hit it. I don't have much to say for this segment of the decorating, but I just wanted there to be a scenic lounging space in front of where my house was, kind of like an overlook into the lake. So that's what I'm working on now. I wanted there to be like a table and chairs and just a lot of cute stuff framing the area. You would not believe how many white and yellow flowers I go through for each of these builds, so I just wanted to thank all of the people in my Discord who have so graciously given me their extra flowers and extra flower seeds, because wow, it would be tedious to keep having to find these on my own. I think decorating this cliff here was the most difficult part of the build because I was trying to make sure it looked natural but not cluttered but not empty, and it was just a lot to think about, especially because I do try to space out flowers by color and sometimes that can make it look artificial, I guess. So I don't know. I might go back and change some stuff. I kind of want to add some termite mounds here maybe, so we'll see. I also wanted to put a little picnic area here because I felt like it was such a nice place to have a picnic, and so I used what furniture I did have, but I think I want to deem this a work in progress because I do want to change some of the things up, maybe add a book or a cushion to the blanket, but I'm happy with it for now. At this point, I'm just putting a few finishing touches around the area. I figured that I'd done enough to warrant the speed build being done for now. I can always do additional speed builds around this area to fill in the empty gaps. So hang around just a little bit longer to see me time travel to all of the flowers growing and walk through the area. And that's a wrap. I'm done with the build for today. I'm so excited and also so sleepy, so I'm glad it came together. Thank you if you watched this far. I'm so excited to show you how everything turned out. So my idea here is that I put a warp pipe near the entrance. That's why I'm standing near the airport when my house is on the opposite side of the island. So I'm gonna hop in the warp pipe and we'll come out beside my house and you'll get to see the scenic views since you're hopping out of the pipe. So this is the complete area. I went ahead and edited the house itself to be more like foresty, and I also finished the cliff that the house is on off camera, so I hope you love it. Look at how the little hops work. I'm obsessed with this area. I thought I would get tired of it immediately because of the hop cliffs, because I am a really impatient person, but I love how this whole area came together. I think it's all so cute and cohesive. I also decided to share the map with you, so here it is after this build. I think the back of the island is really starting to look pretty good. As you can see beside Coco's house, which is the one near the secret beach, I do need to figure out what to do with that waterfall space, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with how the back of the island looks. I mean, I'm pretty much done with that, which means from now on I'm mostly going to be filling spaces. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a lovely day. Here is Peaches to tell you all goodbye until next time.
I'll see you guys next time. Bye!